Fall Brawl. So the next pay-per-view, they're getting a title shot. What was up with these shoot interviews? Because they
Well,
seem to be, quote unquote, breaking the script here.
I would really have to, John, I'd really have to know what they said. You know what I mean? Because I promise you they were shoot interviews, but they were controlled shoot interviews, whereas the talent wanted to make them really seem as real. And I'm sure they were dropping some truth bombs, but we were crafting it to go in the direction that we wanted it to go. So I'd really, and I mean, if, we can do a whole other show looking at those interviews. I would really have to see what was said to know.
So the whole thing between the shoots and stuff, they're quote unquote not following the script. The whole angle is that they're not following the script, and you are the writer, and they're not following what you're going to say. Why do that? What's up with that? I'm always kind of like worried about that or confused by that, because it's like, these guys, it is wrestling. We know it's scripted, but now you're telling the fans that it's scripted and that they're not following the script.
Well,
What's up with that?
the fans already know it's not scripted,
Right.
John. They've known it's not scripted since it was at carnivals. They know it's scripted without a shadow of a doubt. They know it's scripted. So basically, what when you're hitting me with this, like 25 years later, I'm going back to Vince Russo and where my mind would be. Where my mind would be is this: we've got a scripted finish. I need to have a winner. These guys really don't like each other. And, F a determined winner, F a script. We are going to go out there and really fight and see who wins. So that's the picture I'm trying to paint. Like, these guys, there is such an animosity towards each other that they're not going to go with the plan.
Isn't it too inside baseball though, or you don't think it's too inside baseball?
I don't think it is. John, you got to understand, man. After the Attitude Era, we needed to go to that next level, and to me, that next level was improvising. Not everything was scripted. Like, bro, I told you when we did TNA, the guys didn't even know I was in the state of Tennessee, and I used to walk in the building and they used to have to react. That's where I wanted wrestling to go. So a lot of little things like this were more, experimental, because I really felt that this is the direction wrestling should have gone in. And when you look 25 years later, it has totally gotten into the reverse.
So let's get into the show itself, because and we'll get into that more as far as not following the script and what Goldberg does and what Nash and Steiner's reaction to what Goldberg does. So we will get into that. But I just thought it was interesting that kind of the whole thing about that little feud, that little triangle there, is they're not going to follow the script, and they're obviously have animosity towards each other, but that what's going to happen if they don't follow the script, and then they're basically sending a